Hi guys, I'm going to give you a quick overview of Little Drummer Boy. I'll make separate videos for the drummer, so don't worry too much about it. The way it starts is going to be a 6-bar intro from the drums, again another separate video there, and then immediately into our opening vamp. The opening vamp is 6 bars long. It is exactly the same on the YouTube video that we sent out, the ba da 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 bow, ba da 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 bow. We're just going to do that little ba da 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 barrel 6 times. The first 2 times will just be Gavin, Ryan Gordon, and then Matt. On the keys, the second 2 times through, we're going to throw in Carson on the drum set. Third time through, the entire band will be playing, which includes myself and Ryan Hamilton on the snare drum and Art Marquez on the bass drum. Okay, so once we've gone through that 6 times, then what we're going to do is we're going to drop right into verse 1. Verse 1 is going to be a little permutation on what we already made. So our vamp is ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-bow, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-bow. The way the verse will go for guitar, it'll go like this, Gavin. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-bow, ba-da-da-da-bow. 1 E, a 2, 4. 1 E, a 2, 4. And you're just pretty much going to repeat that over and over. Verse 1 is separated into 4-bar phrases, except for one time, which we'll go over here. So it goes, come, they told me, pa-rum-pum-pum-pum, and then that repeats. So, ba-da-da-da, bow, ba-da-da-da, bow, ba-da-da-da, bow, ba-da-da-da, bow. Ta-da! We might be doing something different on the 4th bar. We'll see what it sounds like when we all get together. It's kind of hard to do that just made up. It would likely just be something like bow, 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 bow. So 1 E, a 2, and a 3. So got it. Okay. So it'd be ba da da da, bow, ba da da da, bow, ba da da da, bow, ba 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 ba, bow, 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 bow. And I don't know the notes. You guys figure that out. That's your job. And that will just repeat. So it's going to go, come they told me, that 4-bar phrase. A newborn king to see, that 4-bar phrase. Our finest gifts to bring, that 4-bar phrase. Now the last phrase of every verse, or at least of the first 2 verses, is 6 bars long because it goes into the extended pa-rum-pum-pum-pum, rum-pum-pum-pum, rum-pum-pum-pum. So it'll be those 3 4-bar phrases. Come they told me, a newborn king to see, our finest gifts to bring. Okay, and then it's going to go, to lay before the king, pa-rum-pum-pum-pum, rum-pum-pum-pum, rum-pum-pum-pum. That takes up 6 bars. So it's going to be, to lay before the king, pa-rum-pum-pum-pum, rum-pum-pum-pum, rum-pum-pum-pum. At that point, that's the end of verse 1. We're going to do a 2-bar vamp. Same thing that we did at the beginning. So just 2 bars of ba da 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 bow, ba da 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 bow, right into verse 2. Verse 2 is the exact same way. Little baby, I am a poor boy too, and I have no gifts to bring. Each 4-bar phrases ba da 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 bow, ba da 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 bow, ba da 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 bow, 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 ba da da da. Okay, we're going to do that 3 times. Those little 4-bar phrases. And then it goes into another 6-bar phrase. That's fit to give our king pa rum pum 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 rum pum 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 rum pum pum pum. And that's the end of verse 2. Very simple, very clean, nothing hard. At that point, we're going to do another 2-bar vamp, ba da 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 bow, ba da 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 bow, and then we're going to go into the drum solo. The drum solo lasts approximately 40 to 48 bars, somewhere in there. So what it's going to be is just an easy 4-bar vamp from the band. Carson and Art will just be doing mostly quarter notes during that time, just because the snares won't really be keeping any rhythm, and we're going to need that basic backbeat just behind us, so we can be a little bit freer on what we're doing on the snare drums. Excuse me. And so what it's just going to do is you're just going to play the root of each chord on the downbeat of each measure. And so it's just going to be bow, 2, 3, 4, bow, 2, 3, 4, bow, 2, 3, 4, bow, 2, 3, 4, and then repeat it. Just 4-bar phrase over and over again until the drum solo is done. Since we haven't really calculated it out yet, what's going to happen is on the very last note that Ryan and I hit together for the actual end of the drum solo, is you're going to finish out, because we'll hit on 1. So we're going to hit on 1, and it's going to go 2, 3, 4, and then on that following 1 is we're going to drop back to the root of the 4-bar phrase while Gavin does a solo over it. So it's going to be 2, 3, 4. Wherever you are, drop back to the root, and you're going to just start the 4-bar phrase. This would be for Ryan and Matt. Carson and Art, you're doing the same thing. Quarter notes, and so it's just going to be 2, 3, 4, and then Gavin just goes off for 4 bars and then dives into verse 3. Verse 3 is played down, and so Ryan, Art, and I, Ryan Hamilton, Art, and I, not Ryan Gordon, are all going to be out for the first part of it. It's going to be Shall I Play For You, Par-Rum-Pa-Pum-Pum, with just the band, no marching instruments. Then it's going to go Mary Nodded, Par-Rum-Pa-Pum-Pum, and then we're going to do a build. And we already practiced this from the drummer-wise, but just so everybody knows, it's going to be Mary Nodded, Par-Rum-Pum-Pum-Pum, build, 3 into 4. The ox and lamb kept time, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. Except for during the ox and lamb kept time, we're going to switch it up. We're going to do a halftime groove. So it's going to be doom, doom, ka, doom, 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 ka. The ox and lamb. And we're going to do the halftime groove for 4 bars. Then go into the next section, which is I played my best for him. This is where it gets complicated, and I'm going to need the band to actually pay attention to really what we're doing. So it's going to, that part lasts 1.5 bars. So I played my best for him. Okay, it ends on the 3. So it goes, I played my 1, 2, 3, and on that 3, everyone cuts out. So and we're also going to do it in cut time, so it's going to make more sense to you guys. So it's going to be, I played my best for him. Everyone's done. Okay, and that's the last thing the band has to play, which is great. So it's going to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-bar drum solo with just Hamilton and I. And then once we end that, click's going to still be on. Then I'm just going to leave it to Pastor John. All you're just going to do is go, me and my drum, or whatever you do. And after you do that, we're going to let it click off another measure. 2, 3, and then we're going to end it. Ga, 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 ga. And that's just drummers, including you, Carson. So don't forget about it. So the ending is just pretty basic, and that's yeah, that's how it'll go down.